Hello wolves and welcome to another vlog, and today we are talking about the space industry and the newest Sir Richard Branson's $1.8 billion deal to go public with its Virgin Galactic space travel company. And if you are new here to the channel, we talk about business, companies, entrepreneurship and stocks. So everything related to finance. If you're interested, subscribe, hit the bell. For all the other subscribers, welcome back, and here we go. It got just announced that Sir Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic space tourism company will go public in the second half of this year, which is breaking news, guys. What it means, why it's a special public announcement and IPO, you will know right now in this vlog. So let's talk about who is this Richard Branson. He is a UK billionaire and he is already 50 years in business with Virgin. Virgin is his landmark brand. The Virgin Group has companies like Virgin Radio, Virgin Megastores, Virgin Airlines, like Virgin everything, okay? So 13 years ago, he basically founded Virgin Galactic. And Virgin Galactic offering the service that you pay $250,000 and you will get into a spaceship, and then you go up in the orbit and then are 90 minutes into the space. So it's basically space tourism. And since it launched like 13 years ago, obviously, we have already $80 million of deposits by clients that they definitely signed up and paid the deposit of $250,000 for this trip. So this is amazing. They had to close even the registration of new clients 5 years ago because it was just too much people going onto the service, and they thought, okay, we have to first move on with the first 600 people that give us the deposit. 2,500 people in addition to that explained that they are having interest in buying the tickets. So you know, this is like a backlog of 2 to 4 years of operation, guys. So this is really good for Virgin Galactic, and let us dive into the deal of going public. And here's the special public deal. So usually when a company goes public on the stock market, they are registering with the SEC and having a roadshow where for months they go and visit potential investors. They cooperate with a big bank like Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, and they bring them to the stock exchange, and then the company gets publicly traded. In this case of Virgin Galactic, it was a little bit different. They had a special purpose acquisition company deal, which basically means that Virgin Galactic will get an capital from the social capital Hedo Sofia, which is already a public traded company. So basically they getting 49% of Virgin Galactic and you know, investing as like a venture capital company inside Virgin Galactic, and they merge together, become one company, and then they are already listed with the existing listing on the exchange in New York. What is the benefit of such a merger? It's basically that you save a lot of costs, you save a lot of time, especially a company that don't need that much marketing before they do their IPO, because you know, Sir Richard Branson is a marketing genius, and he is very good in this, building brands. I still have his book, which is Losing My Virginity, so I have to read it one day. basically he is the one that's doing all this crazy marketing around the world, you know, and he is really well-known entrepreneur, so his brands are going up, and you know, all of his companies or most of them was very successful, and he basically building up these companies, then he's selling part of it. This is his, you know, usual deal, and here he did it with the social capital company by Mr. Shamat. Mr. Shamat is actually very known in the venture capital scene because he, for example, have a very good track record on being on the newest trends. You know, he was one of the first investors in Amazon and saw that it will be the biggest giant in e-commerce. He knew about Bitcoin. He is a Tesla investor, so he is very much into startups and growing them big, and he sees a very huge potential. You know, just to drop some numbers, they think the market is at least 1.5 million people want to go to space. Remember, 600 already did the deposit and 2,500 more interested to make the order, and they close it because this is for 4 years work. So huge potential if they can get even 10% of the market that they see for this space travel industry. Moreover, there is another big advantage with Virgin. They have this spacecraft that looks more like an airplane, and they will become very advanced in supersonic technology. So what does it mean? That means that they can use this technology into the normal airlines business, and instead of going from New York to Tokyo in 10 hours, you basically go from New York to Tokyo in 2 hours. And as economic scales, you know, the prices for such a ticket go lower, and you will be able to fly supersonic much cheaper, and or the same price at the you know, after a couple of years. And then, you know, you using this industry and tap into this airline industry, which is like a $300 billion industry, and huge potential there for Virgin Galactic. So we talked about who's Richard Branson, what is Virgin Galactic and their product and services, who is the guy Shamat is basically investing in this and making this public listing possible with his 800 million investing into Virgin Galactics. So now let's talk about the future of the business as well as what I think about the company. So we have here a company that is still in the beta testing phase because, you know, just February they had another test flight, so they still testing. A couple of years ago they had a fatal crash with the spacecraft because, you know, it's still very new technology, so there is flaws, and is of course same like Elon Musk had the 3 rockets that he blow up. So this is very hard problem to solve to going into space, especially when you want to accept tourists on board. But Richard Branson confirmed that towards end of this year, or maybe beginning of next year, when his team say, hey, we are ready to go, he will be the first tourist on his own flight. And this, you know, should raise the security question that this will be safe when he as a founder using it. And of course it's a big marketing gag as well to push this sales forward. They are not therefore profitable, so this $800 million will be used to stay and finance until they are profitable, but they have a plan to be already profitable by mid of the year after 2020, so 2021. And this is a very amazing goal. So on paper, in my opinion, this looks a very interesting company. If the value will be on the stock market with $1.5 billion, then it's interesting. Though the revenue, of course, it's just now $80 million, so the price sales ratio is not that good yet. But if they really can convince 2,500 customers to pay and deposit, that's another chunk of revenue and the big market that they can tap in, not only in the space tourism industry, which they would be, by the way, the only company worldwide that can do this, because if you're looking into the other players on the market like Blue Origin from Jeff Bezos, as well as Elon Musk, they are more focused to go to Mars to establish the humanity there, and then the byproducts of course comes up there. But you know, Virgin Galactic really focus on the pleasure, entertainment, tourism part, and then comes everything else. So this is very important and interesting at Virgin Galactic, so a monopoly worldwide. And let's see how this develop. Second of this year they will be publicly trading, then I will definitely make a follow-up. So let me know guys what you think, comment below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are not a subscriber now, because I'm daily vlogging about this kind of topics. And don't forget, the grass is greener on the other side. See you tomorrow.